Hello, everyone. I am here now. It's 1 p.m. We're gonna get started. Yeah. Hello, welcome back to my stream. If you didn't watch last week's stream, I did play Arcade Spirits already for about an hour, so we're gonna kind of come in media res, but I do have a VOD of that up if you want to watch the beginning section. There's a highlight section that kind of cuts out the weird tutorial part in the middle where I literally just read the tutorial. And then there's, if you don't want to watch that, you can watch the highlights. If you want to see all of it, including that, then that VOD is up as well. So, yeah, without further ado, we're gonna get started. Last time, I could really only stream for like a little bit because I was trying to do voices and everything, and it was making my voice die. So we'll see how far I can go. I'm gonna try and do like a full length, maybe like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, but we'll see if my voice makes it. I do have water, so hopefully that makes it a bit easier. So yeah, let's go. The room where I had my bizarre job interview will suffice for food times. It's not much, a few folding chairs and a kitchenette, but it'll do. Utterly famished by this point, I have a seat and unpack my lone lunch. What the fuck? What is this? Await death. Let's do incoherent screaming. With my mind and body screaming wildly, my paralyzed form is unable to move from the vision of terror before me. The half-person, half-animal waves their appendages in front of me, likely closing in for the kill. Jesus. Waking nightmare. Well, I haven't gotten a chance to hear this person's voice yet, so we're gonna hold off on doing any voices until I actually hear what it sounds like. So I can maybe attempt to make my voice sound like that. Hello? Anyone in there? See, nothing to be afraid of. Ah, right. I see. Looks like you've stabilized. I was worried I scared the life right out of you.
Hey, so I'm sorry if I traumatized you. Really? Can we start over, maybe?
This girl sounds a bit like Juniper, which means I'm probably gonna have a problem differentiating between the two, but you know what? It's fine. I nod my head slowly, although that could just be muscle spasms from being in shock.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Tina.
I'm also Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo. It's my secret, yet not so secret identity.
What the Funplex what now? This is almost too much to take in. Gavin was a bit of a lot. Naomi was off the scale tearful I've met some really intense people so far.
Did you sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph?
No. Me? No.
Oh, I thought you would recognize Pinky from all the signs around the arcade. Pinky is the mascot of the Funplex after all.
Oh, no. That's not what I meant at all. I mean, I work here.
You work here? Since when?
Today? This morning, to be specific?
Oh, awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
Thanks.
I
mean, it would have been way cooler if you were just so enamored with the chibi flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you had to know more.
Let's see.
You could have stealthily maneuvered your way through all the games, sliding right on up to the employees only door. But how did you get the door code?
Ooh.
Of course. You would have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pocket. You searched your heart and decided that 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed.
Let's see.
Next, you needed to lie and wait for the opportune moment to punch in that secret key code, just to find me. It just keeps going and going. She's definitely passionate about this fictional scenario. The way she just takes an idea and runs with it. A lot of people might find that kind of weird, but I dig it. Oh, I moved the kinda around. It's fine. Shows a lot of imagination. I wonder if she's a writer or something. And how would you have snuck out, I wonder? I could have helped. But for a price. Ashley finally realizes she's been babbling to herself for a good couple minutes. Oops. Sometimes I get swept up in a good story. I mean, I gotta find some way to make this job more interesting. Is it really that dull here? No, not really. I just crave a different kind of excitement than beeps and boops, screaming children, and broken machines. You aren't really painting the best picture here. Aw, geez, I don't mean to be a downer. I just want to move up in the world. I've got things to accomplish, dreams to fulfill, cosplay to make. Oh, this girl's the cosplayer. Cosplay? As we switch topics, it's like she's a completely different person. Ashley's eyes light up and she smiles. Yeah, you know, like dressing up as your favorite video game or TV character? I love it. It's so empowering to be able to make your own costume and wear it proudly. It's even better when people recognize what character you are. Empowering? Really? Granted, she certainly had the power to stop my heart for a few beats.
Yes!
Definitely! You want to try? Got a favorite game character? I can help you make your first cosplay if you want. In fact, I made this one. I think Ashley is pointing to her flamingo costume, but it's a little hard to tell with her hands as feathers. So, Pinky is your creation? Intentionally? Yeah, it looks pretty good for my first mascot cosplay, doesn't it? Let's see, what should we say? I don't want this, because I want to be nice to Ashley. She's nice. I'll say, I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried that. I'm all thumbs when it comes to stuff like that. Literally, if I get enough thread running between them. What? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I'm pretty impressed, though. Naomi was going on about craftsmanship of games. Clearly you're digging on craftsmanship of costumes. Aw, thanks! It's nice when hard work is appreciated. I wear it around the Funplex to liven up the crowds, get people pumped to play some games. And the kids seem to adore it. That makes sense. Although the arcade has been completely dead so far. No crowds to pump or kids to be adored by. Hey, secret between you and me? Ashley motions for me to come closer. She leans in, glances around the room once, and then talks in a hushed tone. I did some repairs on Pinky overnight. I had to re-stitch the left arm, and I was giving her an old test drive to make sure it doesn't fall off. Huh, limbs falling off seems bad. Oh, it was. Yesterday, I was dancing with a little girl. Must have been like 5, 6 years old max. Anyway, we were next to Showtime stage when she tugged on my arm and whoosh! Off came the arm. The girl instantly started bawling. Well, at least you are consistently scaring people and it's not just me.
Nope.
Hey now. I don't want that to happen again. I felt so bad. But enough about me, what about you? So you're Carl's replacement? I guess so. I'm the new floor attendant. I attend to the floor. The floor is a thing I am attending to when I'm not going into cardiac arrest. At least you're funnier than Carl, that's for sure. I can't wait to go home and tell Juniper I do have a sense of humor. She'll be so proud. I assume you've already met Francine, but have you had a chance to meet Gavin and Naomi yet? I've already mentioned them. Did I say that out loud, though? I don't think I said that out loud. Yeah, I met them already, although it seems like they aren't too keen on each other. Right? Ashley rolls her eyes and lets out a sigh. I wish they would hurry up and make out already. I don't like that. Yeah. Wait. What? Seriously? So, are they going out? Haha. No. But they always bicker like an old married couple. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought was coming up. I don't like that. I don't like that trope, y'all. It's classic anime cliche. The ones who fight always end up together. Mark my words, Tina. Consider them marked. Nah, that ain't gonna happen because I'm gonna pick Naomi and then Gavin can't have her. So, haha, Ashley.
Beep beep.
Beep beep, beep beep. Tina! What's that sound? Drat. I set an alarm for when my lunch break was over. Time to get back to the grindstone. I didn't even get a chance to eat.
What? No!
That's no good. Tina needs her calories. You eat up, I'll go watch the floor. In fact, how about I take over the ticket desk for the next shift? You can do my job and wander the floor a bit. Fair enough, thanks. I don't know if I want to wear the costume, is the thing. Do I want to wear the costume? I don't think so. Ashley winks before her face disappears into the dark recesses of that inhuman mask. As I'm wolfing down rice in the shape of a little heart, wow, it occurs to me that I didn't actually ponder my first impressions of Ashley yet. Let's see. What do I think? How do I feel about Ashley? I don't know that I got enough about her really to determine this. She does have a lot going on in her head, and I just don't understand it at all. Although, I don't know if that's really true. I think she just likes cosplay and she has a good time. I'm just gonna say this one. The way Ashley's whole expression changed when she talks about things she's passionate about just warms my heart. Her beaming energy just lights up the whole room. I wonder if one day I'll be that excited about something. Anyway, with lunch in my belly and break time complete, the second half of my workday began. Rolling into the afternoon, the crowd starts to fill out. School's done and the late-rising pros are heading out to their arcades of choice. With Ashley covering the desk, my job is to wander the floor looking for problems, or potential problems, or just making sure everything is a-okay. But for starters, it's a good moment to collect my thoughts. I think I'm off to a decent start with my coworkers. Good first impressions at any rate. Cooperation's going to be a must. I've had an awful coworker before, and they can really drag down your day. Hang on, no time for daydreaming. I think I spot, let's see, 3 possible issues to look into. I should have time to get to all of them, but which do I tackle first? Alright, let's see what we gotta do. An irate customer near Mr. Moopy's Magic Mage. Okay. Someone cursing up a storm at Fist of Discomfort, or a loud crowd around Showtime stage. Let's just go through them in order. I don't really think we need to, like, get crazy with it. Oh, you know what I just considered? Well, you can't see it right now, but, like, my camera is, my webcam is, like, covering up my, like, score. There we go. I quickly rush. Oh no, I think I just clicked through something on accident. Rip. I quickly rush all of 30 feet to the scene of the crime already in progress. Come on! Hurry the up and finish your game. Do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. Note to self. Ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yes, I'm Tina, floor attendant. Well, stop attending to the carpets and attend to me. I want this bleep to wrap up his damn game so I can play. Ashley's face is obscured beneath her costume mask, but I can feel her wince as the man curses up a blue streak. Sir, there are children present. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. You kick this fat piece of bleep off this game and I'll sing Mary Had a Little Lamb all you want. Figuring I ought to hear this fat piece of bleep's side of the story before rushing to a judgment, I tap the player on the shoulder. Oh, hey, I think this is like the British guy that he's one of the characters, I think. And he doesn't even notice my tapping. So I tap again, twice. Sir, there are other players waiting to give Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze a spin. Curiously, the player looks up at the game's marquee, thank you Naomi, which simply reads Moopy. You know the game's full name? This guy's, I'm pretty sure he's British, so we're gonna have fun with that. But for now, oh no, now I'm covering this guy's head. Where should I put me? I'll put me down here and maybe make it smaller so we're like not covering stuff up. I guess we can cover like, oh no. There we go. Cover up like the little pictures in the bottom. There we go, that's better. Sure, I played it a lot when I was a kid. It's actually called Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, right? Wizards and pellets and monsters and stuff? Yeah. A bit terse as he's laser focused on the game, and I can see why. He's currently sitting at 714,900 points. Holy crap, that's a heck of a high score. Or, as this other guy would probably put it, holy bleep, that's a bleep of a high score. Excuse me. Right. Sir, can you please wrap up your game? Nope. I'm keeping good pace here. Plenty of lives stocked on par for getting close to the world record before the kill stream. Somehow, the thick arcade jargon sounds classier when draped in his British accent. Okay, I was right. So I played the demo, and yeah, this guy, I remember him having a British accent. Like I'm watching some documentary program on the BBC. Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folks want to play the games too. He finishes clearing the current board while pondering the predicament. Okay. At first, I think he's stepping away to end his game, but he's letting his stock of 50 extra dudes slowly deplete as he pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls out $3,000 in cash and holds it out. Will this cover it? For a moment, I flash back to that movie where some dude pays another dude to sleep with his wife and they roll around in bed covered in money and... Hey... that was a lot that I just said right there. What? What is he... What am I talking about? I have never heard of a movie where that happens. What? Cover what exactly? The cost of the game. The game itself. I have never seen this much raw cash in one place at any given time. It's not even in 20s. Dude's rolling in Benjamins. One moment, please. On it. Fortunately, Iris already has my messenger app open for me with Gavin's contact info preloaded. With trembling fingers, I key in, customer wants to buy Moopy for 3K, what do? In less than a minute, I have my response. Considering we paid $200 for it, plus parts, yes, absolutely yes, sell that relic immediately. Well, okay then. Although, how's Naomi gonna react to this? Offloading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make a 15-fold profit? It feels kind of weird to be taking advantage of this guy's lack of a grasp of the real cost of an old arcade game, or old arcade machines. I knew all this workplace drama was going to catch up to me at some point, but with this rando breathing down my neck, I gotta make a decision. I think... Okay, so this is where I am gonna end up having to, like, start deciding who I like best. And it's hard because, like, I haven't even met everybody yet. I like Naomi more than Gavin, so I don't want to sell this game and make her upset. I think I'm gonna say I'm not sure if we should sell this game because it's pretty the neutral option and then I don't have to like make Naomi mad. Oh man, I don't know about this. My semi-boss is cool with it, but there's a lot of factors in play. I don't think I should just let you walk with the thing. I feel a bit wishy-washy after the whole mess, not wanting to get on Naomi or Gavin's bad sides. But the player simply smiles. Well, we can't have a mess, can we? Wouldn't be sporting. Let's compromise. I'll buy the game so I can play it whenever I want, for as long as I want, provided nobody's already playing, of course. And in return, you can keep Mr. Moopy here, where he belongs. We wouldn't want Naomi to cry, would we? Wouldn't be proper. With his mind made up, the man presses $3 grand into my awaiting hands, satisfied with negotiations, which leaves the rando hopping mad. To be fair, we had been kind of ignoring he exists. What the bleep, man? What kind of arcade is this anyway? Bleep this, I'm going to Deco's Palace. And we just lost a customer stomping his way out the door. Stomp, stomp, stomp. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out into the cold.
What a disagreeable fellow.
Oh no. Now I can't hide from it anymore. I'm gonna have to do the British accent now. As for the player, well, he goes right back to eating pellets, zapping ghost monsters, clearing mazes. With the crisis behind us, I can actually focus on who this gonzo rich guy actually is. He seems to care about more than just his game. Take it from someone wallowing around in the lower tax brackets, the rich can do whatever they want, whenever they want, and yet that's not what this guy did. He could have, but he let us keep the game. He just wanted to play, that's all. And why? Because of Naomi? Because of the Funplex? It's a home and a family, for the games and for us. Maybe it's for the best I sent that rando out the door in favor of this guy. Yes, was. This guy's much nicer. So, you know Naomi? He's happy to talk even while playing.
Of course. I'm a Funplex regular. My name's Percy. I'd hazard you're our new floor attendant? I was here when Francine seated you behind the desk earlier.
That's me, Tina Cat, Arcade Wrangler.
Well then, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. and I look forward to getting to know you better.
So, you've seriously just been playing Moopy all day, huh?
What can I say? It's my calling. I actually owned a Moopy cabinet once. Had it in my flat. But playing it by myself, all alone in the dark, it's not the same. I need the atmosphere.
The beeps and boops?
No, those you eventually learn to filter out. I mean, everything. The games, the lights, the kids, the feeling of being in an arcade. I score my best when I'm in real-world conditions. It's all about the emotions, the laughter and the tears, the excitement of competition. I need that swirling chaos of human emotions around me to play at my finest.
Oh no. It's time, y'all. Alright, don't laugh at me. I'm gonna try and do the British accent. I might give up on it eventually. I need, like, a word to say that's, like, easy to say, and I can, like, get into it and, like, get the feeling of the British accent before I do this and make a fool of myself. Naomi gets that. She keeps Moopy in top condition for the day I eventually land my high score. What's the current world record then? About 3.5 million. This guy has been standing here since I was working the morning shift, hours and hours, and he's still only about 720k into his game. Can't imagine him being in anything but top health condition to try this. Guy's gotta have legs made of carbon fiber and bladder of tungsten. I just get a few extra lives, drain out whenever I need to go pee. Also, he may be psychic. I feel like I should let him get back to his game, but burning questions, they burn like fire. So, gonna get your Moopy dipped in gold? If it was me tossing around green like that, I'd have my game coated in solid gold and encrusted with diamonds. Gold's heavy. It'd break through the floor. At mentioning money, he loses interest. Not that he's annoyed, he's just far more focused on his maze than any financial tips. But, you know, it'd be shiny, right? Right?
Don't think so.
I don't throw money around to impress people. Money removes obstacles. Nothing more, nothing less. It's a tool like any other. I do day trading, stocks and bonds, but I'm here for Moopy, not to offer fiscal advice. I think this is more Australian. I think I've, like, gone into Australian, but you know what? It's the best I can do. Please. Please don't make me. My ill-fated attempts at humor piffling out, I decided to let it go. What is piffling? That is not a word. Is piffling a word? Alright, y'all, I'm gonna look up if piffling's a word. I'm sure it is, but, like, at the same time, I'm like, I don't... Trivial, unimportant. I've been proven wrong. Piffling is a word. I've freaking never heard that word before in my life. Right. He's getting more and more distracted by the game. I should leave him be. I have to do a thing about a thing. Be seeing you, Mrs. Cat. Yet another weird encounter in a string of weird encounters. By the end, he sounded more like the high score junkies you hear about in documentaries. Obsessed, driven, kind of strange. But that's not the impression I had of him from the beginning. He smiled when he talked about not splitting up the arcade. There's something more going on here, but, well, he's a Funplex regular. There will be plenty of time to learn more later. I've got work to do. Alright, let's see what else we got. Let's see, what to handle next. Good question. Let's see. Let's see who's cursing. I think this is Queen Bee, maybe? There's a lot of shouting coming from the center of the arcade where Fist of Discomfort is being played. I remember Iris telling me all about it earlier today while I was bored to death at the ticket desk. Fist of Discomfort, or FOD, is one of the most popular games in the esports circuit. It's been a staple of the scene for over 6 years. One year, Team Wicked prodigies took the unreal and came back to win in the dying seconds of a tiebreaker match to take home a record $5 million prize pot. That's a lot of moolah. And how? Okay, so how does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and button mash brawling. Fight your way down the top and bottom lanes, clearing waves of ninjas to topple the enemy dojo. Is this a MOBA? Like, kind of like a MOBA? Seems like, potentially. But that's the action part. The strategy part involves using special abilities, purchased items, and ninja summons. Yeah, it sounds a little bit like a MOBA. FOD is sheer elegance in its simplicity, the way the different game systems interweave to form one masterpiece of esports perfection. So, summon good ninjas, punch bad ninjas, smash dojo. I'd say boiling down a rich game of action and strategy played the world over by top gamers in such a way is a bit degrading, but sure, okay. All of which is super interesting and stuff, but right now all I care about is dealing with the loudmouth currently playing the game. The closer I get, the louder the yelling gets. Most of these words are that.
What the f?
Yep, Queen Bee. What in the actual bleep was that? No, those are definitely all words my mother would have approved of, or would disapprove of. You've got to be bleeping me. There is no bleeping way that is even possible. Those hitboxes don't even bleeping connect. Bleep this game, bleep it all night long. Ha ha ha, get wrecked. Rando Calrissian. I clicked too fast. I'm sure it'll show it again, but that guy's name was Rando Calrissian. Oh, this is far from over, scrub. I saved up a little something extra special for you. I've been baiting you into attacking my sensei, which you fell for. Hard. Oh, hey. Did I forget to mention that I brought an extra ultimate technique scroll from my dojo? Whoops. Maybe. Wait, what? You haven't been farming. How could... XP share technique with creep waves. Take this. 5-fold bleeping explosive deathclaw technique. What? How did you defeat me? No. Bye, Rando Calrissian. Have a good afterlife.
Oh, GG.
Oh, man.
No one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
My dry eyes painfully blinking makes me realize I've been standing here watching intently during that whole exchange. I'm not 100% sure what just happened, but that didn't matter. I was completely sucked in. Couldn't tear my eyes away. It was like watching a train wreck. I mean, if the train was the arcade game and the wreck was that guy's face.
Hey, kid. What are you staring at? Never seen a champion of my caliber before?
I mean, no. Oh, Seeing as I don't even know how to begin to start or even consider how to respond to her question, I opt to take a moment and collect my thoughts. From what I've somehow gathered, she goes by Queen Bee. That jacket she's wearing identifies her as a member of L7 Gaming, an arcade esports team. Is that L7 like L7 Weenie? Like from... I don't know what movie that is. It's got a bunch of kids in it though, I think. And they go like, L7 Weenie. Yeah, I think that is it. And she's the most direct, fierce person I've met all day. That's saying a lot considering who I've run into so far. Yeah. I feel bad. I don't super like Queen Bee very much. I feel bad being mean to any of them, though, because, like, they're not... I mean, I'm not actually saying this out loud. This is just how I feel about them. I don't know... let's just say she'd be fun to hang about. With that level of excitement always gushing out, I can only imagine how much enjoyment she gets out of life. What can I say? People love winning, and it seems like she wins a lot. At least between bursts of... What did Iris call it? Saltiness?
Hey, don't just stand there all weird and quiet-like. It's creepy.
She snaps her fingers to grab my attention.
So, are you gonna f***ing quarter up or not?
Jesus.
Think you can best the hottest rising star of L7?
No. From what I've seen, I know I couldn't best a scrub, let alone a professionally competitive player of this game. Nope. No thank you. Plus, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play games while I'm working.
You? You work here?
Let's see. Let's say yes, me. And what's your job? Hassling me? Bleep, right? I'm the new floor attendant. And if you're not careful with your snark, I can show you the exit. I don't remember what her... She literally just talked like a minute ago. I don't remember what her voice sounded like. Oh, you are a cute one. Sassy. And direct.
Hey, they haven't given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her. I'm Tina. I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago. It might take them some time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where name tags are forged in a vast clay oven. Nah, Gavin's just slacking big time. I'll talk to that silly boy for you, make sure you get some proper respect. Thanks? No problem. We gamers gotta stick together.
I'm Queen Bee, by the way. Aggro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
The voice that I did for her did not match, but... I don't know, I'm running out of things, y'all. I'm running out of voices I can do. I figured that when you put your arms over your head, cheered and shouted, "No one can defeat me, Queen Bee."
Hey, I do not sound like that. Well, maybe a little.
Anyway, I'm one of the regulars around here, besides Percy. Oh yeah, probably Purr, and Tio. So you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope you last longer than that last guy. Oh great, now she's even making my job into a competition. I hope there isn't a betting pool too. You look like a smart kid. I've seen one of my many you look like a smart kid. You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? Nope. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Whoa.
Really? Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? If you consider a small yet formidable apartment a rock, then yes. Oh, you sweet child. You are so innocent and pure. Come, let me show you the path to darkness that is the internet. Sure, I'd like to learn more. Well, it is part of my job to know all about the games here. And if Queen Bee is going to give me some insight on the culture around this game, I should take advantage of that. Lead me farther into the dark abyss, my mistress.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Queen Bee grabs my arm and pulls me closer to the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. And upon further inspection, I see the whole haphazard pile of tech she's rigged up. You can just plug one of these cabs into the internet. So I use a number of clip-on... Oh, okay. I can't read, y'all. The meaning of this statement is lost on me. You can't just plug one of these cabs into the internet, so I use a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. That webcam there, it broadcasts to my personal PC back at home, which then streams matches live to all my fans. Chat room appears on my phone. Cost a bit to put everything all together, and it takes like half an hour to rig up and test every morning, but after doing this here for a couple years, it's easy peasy. Aside from Naomi grinding her teeth at my clip-on cameras damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex than from home. There's so much you miss out on by your lonesome with the console version of FOD. The crowds, the wicked trash talk, the community. What? Wait, are you broadcasting live right now? Are we live right now?
Nope, no way.
Haha, bleep no. That was part of my warm-up matches. I've got a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get as much practice in as possible. Even if it was with a bunch of fodder. And, as in fodder, as you know, chum, lunch meat, scrubs, losers. I got the idea, yes. Queen Bee sees something out of the corner of her eye and glances around the arcade floor. She gives a nod to someone hanging near the Street Fighter cabinet. My crew's starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it? At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern.
Beep beep.
Beep beep.
What the?
Leap! I gotta go live in 5 minutes? Listen, kid, it's been swell. We'll chat later, right? Sure. One thing, can you keep the swearing down? At least a little? We've got kids around here, and I don't want you to get in trouble with Gavin. Him? Meh. But for you, I'll keep it to a PG-13 rating. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are some butts out there that I need to kick.
Later.
Later. With a wave and a twirl, she completely abandons me and returns to her Fist of Discomfort game. Queen Bee fires up her broadcast rig, and the shouting and milder swearing start up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. Passion seems to run deep in this arcade. Everybody's spirit burning with passion for, well, various things, but hey, passion's passion. She seems to like me, which will make my job easier in the long run. There's a huge FOD community in this arcade, despite being a tiny strip mall joint. Good to know. Let's see, what to handle next. 1 second. Right. Yeah, sorry, I'm not like other girls, Quentin. I don't like gamer girls. Let's see what the loud crowd around the Showtime stage is going on. In the distance, I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since the first half of my shift was a complete and utter solitude. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that people do come to the arcade, but that's quite the crowd that's assembling. Like, larger than Queen Bee's team was. Rowdier, too. This has to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case of emergency is necessary. Time to clear the way and pave my own path of safety. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Euro pop drifts. It's an auditory flashback, right, to 1980... Let's pick a number, 1987. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. A pulsating mass of people have surrounded Showtime stage, cheering on the current player. The game itself takes up a whole corner of the arcade, requiring a fair amount of space to actually play. Showtime Stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It uses motion tracking sensors hidden behind the colored spotlights to check dance pose accuracy and score your sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Tina? I had my dance fever shots at the doctor's office earlier this season. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man leaning up against the back wall. Did you see that, Tio? I got my first AA on Stop the Beat.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I did. You're doing great. Remember last month you couldn't even get past that song? Totes impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing and one day maybe even surpass you. Hey, I hope you do. And when you do, you can be the one who brings in new dancers and teaches them how to play. As the next song starts, my eyes shift from their conversation to observe the gyrations and intricate limb movements coming from Showtime's stage. Jesus. I feel my head bobbing and my foot tapping. Hey, it's a really catchy song. Can you blame me? I'm getting really into it when I feel a hand on my shoulder.
Care to dance?
Oh no, this guy's voice is so deep. How am I ever gonna do this? Oh man, alright, I'm gonna need some water for this one. Let's see how deep I can go. How about you? Want to take the spotlight? Sure, I can learn as I go. Let's dance. Yeah, dude, let's dance. Back when I was stomping around on dance mat games as a kid, they had arrows. I'm not sure I'd even know how to play this one, but it has caught my curiosity. From the previous observed conversation, this guy seems to know the ins and outs of this weird dancing game, and is keen to teach. Before I commit to getting down with my bad self, I think I should know a little more about exactly what that entails. Plus, I'm used to playing these games solo, less chance of stomping on someone else's foot that way. 'Tis a valid point. However, how could I resist to ask a gal such as yourself? You caught my eye the moment you walked over. Ooh.
Hey, wait.
Spicy.
You're new here, right?
Yes, very.
Name's Mateo, but everyone here just calls me Teo.
Alright. Teo's the best! Greatest guy here. He's sort of like our, leader? Yeah.
Oh, please, I'm nothing really.
He looks directly into my eyes.
Nothing as special as you.
Eh.
I just like to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close. I think you'd be a perfect addition to our gang.
Oh boy, I'm gonna join a gang, guys.
So,
A dancing
what do
gang.
you say? Play our silly dancing game?
Teo outstretches his arm to me, waiting for my hand to grab his. Let's do it. Go for it. I couldn't care less that I'm supposed to be working. I mean, I can, but my in-game persona doesn't. As a kid, I remember stomping around on dance mats. Why not try out 2020's hottest dance game? Even if I technically don't know how to play it yet. Without thought, I take his hand. Let's do this. As I'm about to step on to the stage, an ominous shiver crawls down my spine. I glance over and spot Ashley standing behind the ticket counter. I know I can't see her face behind the mask, but I can totally sense she's glaring daggers my way. It's creeping me out. On second thought, I'm actually supposed to be working right now. I'm the new floor attendant, Tina. Really? But I haven't seen you around here at all. What happened to the other guy? He was actually pretty good at Showtime stage now that I think about it. He's out, I'm in. It's currently year 0 of the floor attendant Tina regime.
Hello there.
Well, it's an honor to meet you, Tina. I hope we get to know each other well. And then he winked at me again. I don't know how I feel about Teo. Indeed. For someone that loves Showtime stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play yet. True, most of the time during these meetups, I tend to let everyone else play. I go around and make sure everyone is happy and having a blast. But what about you and your feelings? Teo shrugs. My happiness comes from making other people happy. That's all I need in life. Which is all well and good, but I still need to deal with this crowd. How best to handle it? This one's silly. Let's say we need to seriously talk about crowd sizes. I know you're having a ball over here, but this crowd is blocking the emergency exit. By law, we have to keep a path present. Can't you let it slide? Just this once? For me? No. If I let it happen once, then it's gonna happen all the time. I get it though, your crew's passionate about this game, and that's a good thing. But a stampede on my first day at work would be bad for everyone involved. Could you imagine the headlines? Local arcade's floor attendant trampled on first day, blood everywhere? Very true. I don't want to be checking my social media tomorrow and click the link to your obituary. We totes can't have that. I got this. Luckily, the song that was being played just finished. Teo jumps up on the stage and cups his hands over his mouth. Hey, listen! We need to keep the area to the left of the stage clear. Aw, man, but why? I like my spot. Hey, now, you know the deal. We all have to be cool about fire safety. It's Tina's first day, so let's show her some respect. Yeah, everyone show me respect, please. I see everyone turn around and glare at me. Oh, great. Great, now I'm gonna be known as the party pooper. I guess I've had worse reputations in my lifetime. Like that one time I had to close the pool because of that dirty bandage floating in the water. No one would talk to me for a week. Hey, don't disappoint me, crew. Tina's just doing her job. Reluctantly, the crowd reshuffles itself in a semi-orderly fashion. Everyone settles into a safer way of watching the game. Teo jumps down and comes back to me. Better? I nod, genuinely impressed with how Teo can capture his community's attention. They listen to him and have the utmost respect for him. Yeah, actually, much better.
Didn't mean to cause any trouble. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the game, you know? Of course you know. Hey, you should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
That's so tiring. How are they gonna dance for so long? As long as that dancing is within the law, carry on. Officer Tina has spoken. I turn back to Teo. Hey, thanks.
No problem.
No problem. I don't know why I needed to read that. He said it out loud. I want to check in my score, see how we're doing. Alright, so... everyone's even... well, I have like the most with Naomi and Ashley and Queen Bee and Teo. And then I am lower on Gavin and Percy, which I think is fine. I'm pretty sure, like, now that I've met everybody, I'm feeling pretty confident that, like, Naomi's my favorite, and I'm probably gonna end up romancing her and trying to spend as much time with her as I can, so I feel pretty good about that. Well, I feel nice and accomplished. I was able to uphold the safety of the arcade and make a new friend. I say that's pretty good for my first day. Even Gavin's gotta be impressed, right? With that business sorted out, it's time to leave Showtime stage. The arcade is now at peace. My work here is done. Well, actually, we're a few hours from closing time, so my work here isn't quite done, but, you know. I'm so at peace, in fact, that I don't even notice Underboss of the arcade sliding up behind me.
Good day.
Not a bad first day so far. I've been keeping tabs on you. Well, others have been, and they've been texting me. You know, you should consider getting a proper group chat app going. I've got a crappy phone plan. My texts aren't free. A valid point. I'll look into that.
Impressive.
I'm impressed with how you handle yourself. I think you're going to work out just fine. Anyway, I've prepared your paperwork. If you'd like to go sign it and make this working relationship a bit more above board.
Yeah.
So, you're staying? Please tell me you're staying. I mean, I fed you and everything. Francine hasn't fired her yet, right? An adorable nightmare joins the impromptu staff gathering.
Ooh.
Tina's off to a great start. Here's to your first day, followed by many more. Don't you two have jobs to attend to? Just ordered a replacement power supply for Robotron. Nothing left to do for the day. Not many kids around for me to entertain. This is gonna be hard, having Naomi and Ashley in like the same place, because their voices are very similar. Finally, a quiet moment. My dream job has been going a mile a minute since I got here. Is it my dream job? I told Francine I was looking for hope. I've been so used to life dumping all over me that I've come to expect the worst, generally. And yet, I can't say the Funplex has dumped on me. It's been hectic at times, a little too much, but not really in a bad way. I'm starting to get along with my coworkers, I'm helping people with their problems. Maybe I'm finding the hope I was looking for after all. We've only got a few hours to closing, and it's nice and quiet. How about we game for a bit? Speak for yourself. I've still got paperwork to handle. Oh, come on. Don't act like you don't game. Irrelevant. I know your dirty little secret. What? Naomi. You sneak in early each morning to play pinball. You're a pinball wizard. Well, what of it? I bring order to chaos. Pinball is the very expression of that art form. You know what we should do? Impromptu pinball turning. The girls are giggling and I'm finding myself smiling right alongside them. All in all, not a bad way to end my first day. How fun. End of day one. End of hour
By the
one.
way,
Oh,
I
no.
booked a birthday party for this afternoon.
Oh no. We got you baited. It's not the end of the day yet. The looks of confusion and outright terror on their faces all... Oh, the looks of confusion and outright terror on their faces, all laughter dying off immediately, are vaguely concerning to me.
Sorry, I meant to tell you, dears, but I plumb forgot.
Birthday party? How old are the kids, may I ask? It's her 5th birthday. Oh, to be young again. 5-year-olds? Naomi starts pulling at her hair, eyes wide and trembling. throwing ski balls overhand into the glass, jumping up and down on pinball machines, putting chewing gum into coin slots, pulling at my costume, tearing pieces off of it. Naomi, Ashley, keep it together. We've survived kids' birthday parties before. Doom! Doom! The end is nigh.
Well, I'd hate to get in the way of all the fun. Yep, it's time for my afternoon nap anyway.
This
Have
lady just
fun,
naps here?
dears.
Right. Battle stations, everyone. I'll take ticket desks so I can oversee operations. Ashley, greet the kids. Naomi, watch for hardware damage. Tina, roaming duty. Look for trouble. Do what you can. Prepare yourselves. They are coming. Like an oncoming tidal wave, the rumble is felt before it is seen. Parents pulling into the parking lot, minivans disgorging kindergartners, and suddenly... Oh man. This is really cute art though, look at this. It looks really good. An explosion of small humans rushes the doors, bursting into the arcade before scattering every which way. Even before any of them can get tokens, they're grabbing at joysticks, mashing buttons, eager to get their game on, or even just pretend to be playing. The crew assumes battle stations. Naomi by the fragile pinball machines, Ashley near the door trying to distract the incoming kids to greet them. Gavin, armed with pre-stacked $10 rolls of tokens, quickly exchanged them with the adults. Beats waiting in line at the change machines. As for the programmers, well, Queen Bee and Teo's friends bolt for the exit, abandoning them. Keen on getting out ahead of the surge of kitties, I guess. That's all very well and good, but I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be. Roaming duty, Gavin said. Look for trouble, Gavin said. I mean, I was doing that before, but now the chaos is multiplied. For a few minutes, I'm like a pinball being bounced around, or like that frog trying to cross a highway of traffic. Eventually, I spot 3 possible problems on the rise, and Tina, professional floor attendant, is ready to attend to them. Which one of these should I tackle first, though? I may not be able to deal with all of them in time. Okay. I want to do the one with Naomi, I think. So I like Naomi. I can smell disaster on the wind, and it smells sweet. As in, I can smell that box of birthday cupcakes one of the parents left near the ticket desk, with kids swarming around it, scavenging for their favorite icing colors. At first, my inner child is merely offended that someone thought that one of those icing-blobbed cupcake cakes was superior to actual birthday cake. But there are clearly larger issues at stake than that.
I want a chocolate! Don't take all the chocolate!
I want 2 cupcakes. Give me 2 cupcakes.
This one's just called Greedy Boy.
No fair! Everybody gets one, and mine's gotta be chocolate!
Of course, the kid at the front grabs the last one.
Finders keepers, losers weepers.
Jesus. The parents aren't paying attention. They're too busy complaining about their jobs and the weather and the PTA and stuff. Meaning, when the first cupcake is thrown, nobody is there to stop it.
Stop it, stop it!
Jesus, the voice for this little kid sucks.
I want chocolate!
As blobby wads of icing and sponge cake go flying, I glance over to the coin-op games, which are about to get caught in the crossfire. No, Naomi, who's busy trying to unjam a joystick one of the kids waggled too hard, looks up and sees the cupcake onslaught coming her way. As does Ashley, whose fuzzy costume is a nice and inviting target for flying confectionery. Act fast, Tina. Oh no! There's an option to try and save them both. Is it possible to save? Yeah. Let's try saving really quick. And then, see what we, like, if what we decide sucks, then we can go back. I think I'm gonna stick with Naomi and try and save her game. Because I don't care that much about Ashley. I'm like, meh on Ashley. Quickly, I hurl myself into the action. Get down, Miss Naomi! Oh my gosh. This is amazing. This is like the... What's the Get Down, Mr. President thing. Numbness sets in as multiple rounds of frosting-coated mortar fire impact against my body. When I finally hit the ground, all my clothes are totally ruined. But, alas, my noble self-sacrifice could not save them both.
What? No!
No, my costume! Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo, is now covered in a wide variety of icing colors from across the visible spectrum. Tina, no, you were so young and pure. Naomi, it's so cold. Lie still, Tina, I won't let you die on me. I'm not dying, the icing's just kinda cold and sticky and gross. Oh. By this point, the lackadaisical parents have finally noticed the pastry wars and are busy rounding up the combatants for various scoldings.
Aww.
Aw, man. My costume's just wrecked. I need to get out of this ASAP and put some stain treatment on it. Tina, can you cover the floor for me? Considering it's my fault you got caked, absolutely. Not your fault. I mean, I guess the games cost more than my fuzzy felt. I'll be back ASAP.
Thank you.
That was so brave of you. I mean, okay, it was just cupcakes, but still, that was so brave. You saved the game we worked on together. Actually, it's only now that I noticed the Joust game that was protected from severe and sustained cupcaking. I'm Naomi's hero of the day. She's smiling at me expectantly. Quick, Tina, say something cool. I don't know, like, I wish I hadn't, I kind of wish I hadn't turned these off, because I would like to see, like, I think I'm gonna say no mere human pastry can defeat me. It'll take more than a wad of icing on a tiny amount of cake dough to put me down for the count. Bring it on, hit me with a sheet cake, a Fudgy the Whale ice cream cake. I can take it and come back for more. Yes, well, let's not actually invite diabetes upon your person, but thank you. It's good to know you're willing to step up for me like this. I'd better finish up my work here and get out of the way of the party, and you've got more work to do. Good luck! With a brief nod from Gavin, I snatch one of the official Funplex t-shirts to replace my cupcaked top. After a few minutes in the bathroom to change and wipe icing off my pants, I'm ready to go again. Right, that's sorted out. That's that sorted out. But the other two situations are about to spin out of control. I've only got time to deal with one of them. Which one? Let's do a little girl crying over her stolen tickets near Percy and Gavin. Oh, but that means I have to do Percy's voice. No! I weave my way through waves of children towards the skee-ball machines. One little girl sitting at the end of skee-ball ramp crying. No parents in sight to settle her, so the task falls to me. I'm guessing I should be more cautious about this sort of thing, what with lawsuit-happy parents lurking over by the vending machines, ignoring their kids, but floor attendant Tina decided to take the case all the same. Hey, my name's Tina and I work here at the arcade. What's wrong? Can I help? Her sobbing pauses and she looks up at me. I lost my tickets. Someone stole them from me. I played and won a bunch of them, but then I put them down and I was talking to a friend and now they're gone. I glance around, but in a sea of kids, it's impossible to tell who the thief could be. I don't even have any more tokens to play with. I spent them all on skee-ball and my tickets are all gone now. I'm not gonna cry. Easy. We'll figure this out somehow. Although I've got no clue where to even start, to be honest. Maybe there was a witness to the crime? Percy would have had a good view of the redemption game area based on where Moopy's positioned. Gavin's has the ticket desk, a veritable crow's nest for the whole arcade. He could have spotted something. Or I could just bend the rules and solve this directly. Let's see what Gavin has to say. Because he's my second favorite, I think. Gavin had to see where the tickets went, or he'd know what to do at least via arcade policy. Nope, not gonna mess around with this one. A theft is serious business. Wait right here, okay, kid? I'll go get some help. We'll get to the bottom of this, I promise. Okay. I duck through the crowd, weaving my way back to the ticket desk. Hey, Gavin, that girl over there. boy with the red hair, currently playing Frogger. He took her tickets when she wasn't looking. Wait, you saw?
Certainly.
Of course. What of it? Wait, you knew and didn't do anything to help? Hang on a minute. You saw this kid take the tickets? Yes. And you didn't do anything about it at all? First, I'm tied down to the desk. It's all hands on deck, Tina. Nobody out of position, not even for a minute.
Doubtful.
Second, confronting the boy won't do any good. He'll clam up and refuse to ever admit wrongdoing. And the parents can be twice as immature, I've found. Right now, I just want to keep the peace. One girl crying is less of a disturbance than a boy throwing a tantrum. The way he stands there so stoic and uncaring while that girl in the pink just sobs. It's not right. I mean, seriously, it's not right. But he's my boss. How hard do I want to push this? Hard. Yeah, Gavin, have a heart. What makes her sadness less important than that boy's potential tantrum? Come on, Gavin. So you'll let one customer feel like crap just to avoid having another customer maybe feel like crap? A thief, may I add? There's keeping the peace and there's allowing suffering just because it's the path of least resistance. We're losing a customer today regardless. I'd rather not break a little girl's heart to do it and let a bully learn he can do what he wants. At first, it looks like he's going to chew me out for standing up to him. But... you think me a monster?
I hadn't intended.
Of course I feel bad about this. I feel bad for her, and he shouldn't get away with it. I'm just trying to protect the arcade as a whole. Then do it. Protect the arcade by protecting the gamers and their dreams. He sighs like a stress relief valve yawning open and closed.
Indeed.
Oh, I got 2 +1s for Gavin doing this. It's fancy. You're right, of course.
Apologies.
Focusing on the big picture does tend to leave me apathetic to each individual brushstroke. My apologies, Tina. I'm lucky I had you to put me back on track. Your predecessor wouldn't have stood up to me like this and shown me how wrong I was. Now, let's sort this out properly. Gavin walks right up to the kid who's busy hopping a frog around in traffic. How come they were able to say joust, but they can't say Frogger? What's the difference? Maybe they just don't want to say Frogger? Or maybe there's like different rules on that? It just seems strange to me because they did have Joust TM earlier. So obviously like Joust is like a thing, but weird. I don't know. Gavin walks right up to the kid who's busy hopping a frog around in traffic. Wouldn't mind seeing this kid go play in traffic myself. Okay, whoa, hang on. Look, this kid's a little shit because he stole some tickets, but he doesn't deserve to die. Wowzers. Boy. What do you want? Can't help but notice that roll of tickets in your pocket. Big winner, are you? The biggest. Got 'em all playing, that spinny color game over there. See? Really? It's funny. See, I own that game. May I see your roll, please? I don't want to show you. Well, I can see the end poking out of your pocket there, and I see the serial number on the ticket starts with a 1. Which is interesting because the roll I loaded into Color Spinner, it started with a 2.
I think not.
Meaning those tickets were won by playing skee-ball, specifically by that girl over there, and you took them. You're a liar! Leave me alone! I'll yell for my mom.
Seriously?
Do you really want to risk having your mom believe me instead of you? Instead, how about you give me the tickets and walk away? At first, the kid looks like he's gonna shriek bloody murder, but a few nervous glances at his mother, busy munching chips by the vending machine, changed his mind. Take them! I don't want them anyway! He angrily stomps away, presumably to go play some other game on the other side of the arcade.
Yay!
You did it! You found my tickets! The girl actually hugs me. Well, Hugs my leg anyway.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thanks and thanks. Now then, let's get you your prize. What is it you wanted? Crayons. Whoa. I can't do little kids after doing Gavin, I don't think. Those we have. Tina, I'll take it from here. Thank you, Gavin. Ooh, that's a fuzzy, happy feeling right there. But no time to rest on my laurels. I've got other arcade dreams to defend. Oh, is there a hotkey for quick saving? I'm sure there is, but I just want to know what it is. What is this? Oh. Interesting. What is this? Anyway, I mean, I don't want to do that. Huh. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna save, but I just wondered if there was like a... I see there's like quick save here. Is there auto saves? There is. Interesting. It's been a long time since it auto saved. Alright, well, let's just save anyway. Alright. But no time to rest on my laurels. I've got other arcade dreams to defend. I thought they said I wasn't gonna have time. 2 problems in the can. Okay, cupcakes and tickets sorted out. As for that angry shouting parent by the driving games, oh. Uh-oh. Looks like they went home. Problem solved? But the boy she was shouting at is gone too. Hey, Tina, you missed the fireworks, and I don't mean my dancing. What happened? Queen Bee glances back briefly in the middle of playing some samurai-based fighting game. Oh, some bleep was screaming at this kid for no good reason. Eventually the parents got into a shouting match. Teo talked them both down, but they decided to bail on the party. All I did was point out that we were right next to a donut shop frequented by some very well-read cops. What? What does that even mean? Drat. I was hoping to cool things off so they could keep enjoying the party. Don't sweat it, gal. You did good work out there. Yeah, I saw that impromptu cupcake shooting gallery. What a mess. And those stolen tickets? Man, kids can be jerks, but you gave it your best. You're looking pretty run down, though. Why not take a break? I have a solemn and sworn duty to bring peace to my arcade. Bleep that. Go take 5. Well, truthfully, I am pretty worn the heck out after all that. Teo's right. I need to step away from this craziness, if only for a few minutes. After a silent nod from Gavin to confirm it's cool with him, I slip away, headed for the employee lounge. Oh, man. Penguin there, baby. This game has a thing about penguins. I've noticed there's a lot of penguin imagery. There's a game when you're on like the main game floor that has like a penguin, I think. Oh man. This game is rough on my voice. Oof. Alright. Let's finish out this day. It's only been like an hour and a half-ish. I was thinking I would stream for a longer time, but my voice is not gonna make it that long, so we probably won't stream for much longer after I finish the first day. But got a lot of stuff done. Spent some time with Naomi and Gavin. I think actually Gavin likes me the most now. Let's see. Oh no, it's still Naomi, but Gavin's catching up for sure. It's gonna be hard. I think I like Naomi the best, so out of all of them, Gavin's okay. Like, he's my second favorite, but Naomi's the best. Alright. What a day. Quirky coworkers, diehard pro gamers, volatile kids getting into volatile situations. I'd say it's recipe for wackiness or some such cliche, but nothing's an easily dismissed cliche when it's happening to you directly. Frankly, I'm exhausted. I dropped down into one of the cheap metal folding chairs in the employee break room, groaning and rolling my head back to try and work out the kinks of my sore shoulders, and spot an upside-down kid. Huh. Oh, wait, I'm the one leaning backwards. I sit up and turn around instead. Better. Wait, what's a kid doing back here? Hey, I think he was hoping I wouldn't notice him. Hi. Hi. And you are... Mikey. Okay, that's a start. Hi, Mikey. My name's Tina. So, what are you doing back here? This is an employees only area. Wait, there's a keypad. How did you get in? The guy at the desk dropped this. He holds out a piece of paper with the door code written on it. Huh. Score 1 for Ashley's wild storytelling being more fact than fiction. Okay, but you can't stay back here. Well, I don't see any knives or stabbing implements left out in the open, so I guess it's technically safe, but...
Please don't send me back out there.
Well, this is curious. I lean in so we can be on the same eye level. Something wrong? You can tell me, I work here. I'm the gal who solves problems.
No problems, just don't want to go out there.
Don't you want to play with your friends? And he gives me the most cynical, bitter laugh I've ever heard out of a kindergartner.
I don't got any friends. I don't know anybody here.
Then why are you here?
My family just moved to the city, and before that we lived in another city. And one more for that, but I was too little to remember. Mom told me to come to the party anyway, and I didn't want to, but she took me anyway. And then she left because she's got to work.
New kid in town, huh? He nods mutely. Still, I should have busted in there and then. Brought him back out to the party where the other parents could supervise him. I should have told Gavin. I should have enforced the rules at the arcade. Okay, kid. I won't tell on you. If you want to stay back here for the rest of the party, I'll keep you company. Thanks. You really won't tell my mom? Nope. Why? I thought you'd make me go. You're an adult like Mom. Hey, I wasn't always an adult. I was a kid once. The new kid in town, in fact. You were the new kid? Yeah, although for me that started happening back when I was 10. And again. And again. Moving from town to town. School to school, never really making any friends. Not for years. Mom and Dad kept losing jobs and taking new ones, worse ones. They'd be working all day long, too tired when they came home to do much of anything. After years and years of this, I stopped hoping things would get better. I decided I'd just take what I could get. I'd go with the flow. What does that mean? Kid, you have said some, profound shit, and you don't know what go with the flow means? Listen. Anyway, it means you don't care. Some things are good, some things are bad, but you don't care. You just do what you have to do without really being sad over it.
But that sounds so sad. You weren't sad? It's sad to never care about anything, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's pretty dang sad. My character's not gonna say anything about it, I think, but... Oh, I guess I was sad. I just told myself I wasn't going to be sad, even though I really was. And then I bite my tongue hard, because my little involuntary trip down memory lane was not helping this kid out. Wouldn't have helped little Tina out if an adult did this for me. So instead, I decided to be the adult that little Tina would have needed. Let's see. Your mommy loves you, that's why she works hard. You know, your mommy loves you, Mikey. She loves you very, very much. When I was a kid, I was mad at my parents for moving all the time, taking different jobs. It made things very hard for me. But now that I'm older, I know they were working hard because they loved me. They wanted the best for me and were doing their best to get it. Life can be hard. Sometimes it's just no fun. But there's one thing that's always there. Love. They love you. He shoots me a doubting look, one of those little doubting looks where they don't want to outright call something a lie, but they can't quite swallow it. Mikey, if your mom was sad, what would you do to make her happy? I mean, if you had to go to school an extra 2 hours a day, would you do it? I guess. That's what she's doing. She's working very hard because she wants to make you happy. I'm not happy being alone or moving all the time. Neither is she, but she knows if she works hard, one day you won't be alone. You won't be moving all the time. I was the new kid, remember? But now I have a home with my best friend and a good job. I work in an arcade. How cool is that? It wasn't easy, and my parents were often sad. I was often sad. But we pulled through, and so will you. Jesus. Just remember she loves you, and you love her. That'll get you through the sad times. Huh. It's not a great answer. It doesn't solve the problem. But it does make things a little easier on Mikey. From his long sigh, I can feel him releasing his sadness, before offering a little smile. Not a big goofy grin, not the high of happiness, just simple understanding. I love Mommy. It's sad a lot, but I know it's not always sad, and even if she left me here, I know she's coming back. Hey, you know what? You've still got some time to enjoy the party. Even if you don't want to talk to the other kids, there's a lot of games you can play. And hey, maybe you'll get to know someone while playing a game. Arcades are great for that. I'm sure a lot of them have sad times too, and they could use someone to play with. Someone who understands.
Thank you.
Okay. I want to play the skee ball games. I'll spot you a few tokens. Just let's get you rolling. I take his hand and lead him out back to the main room. Goodness, that was heavy, y'all. So sad. And off he goes. I'm not fooling myself. I know I haven't fixed all Mikey's problems. I'm no child psychologist. That was entirely me flying by the seat of my pants. But for one moment there, I was able to help someone in the crappy situation I found myself long ago. 15 years ago. Everything's changed. No more family vacations, no more arcade visits. We couldn't afford them, and they couldn't take time off work. The whole cat family had to learn to settle. To accept the lot in life we'd been dealt. To simply go with the flow, never hoping, never wanting. Juniper did her best to pull me out of that mire. I'd only known her a few years, one of the few stable times in my life, but she knew the edge I'd been pushed to. Now, here I am. Today has been, well, bonkers. Alternately boring and hectic, surreal and way too real. But I can honestly say I'm more alive today than I have been in a very, very long time. Beep beep. Beep beep. Tina. My emotional voice analysis subroutines combined with your body language suggest you're very happy right now. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I am. How did you know? I just told you, silly. I mean, how did you know I'd love this job so much?
Oh, I know.
Oh, that's easy. I didn't. What? I lied. I was 47% sure. Oh, it has elements that seem to click with your optimal social requirements, a fun atmosphere, spirited coworkers, helping people out, and so on. Also, I cross-referenced your roommate's postings talking about how much you enjoyed arcade visits when you were a kid. Still, 47%.
99.97%.
But I was 99.97% sure that if I said I was 99.97% sure, you'd be willing to give it a try. Another thing to thank Juniper for, I guess. You're a very weird little app, you know?
Hooray!
I try to be. When do I get to romance Iris? From the cars pulling up in the parking lot, it looks like the party's over. It's just about closing time for the arcade anyway. Most of the gamers have filed out by now, if they hadn't already fled the tidal wave of kiddies. My first impulse is to go bug Gavin about my paperwork, but that can wait. I'd rather go help someone with the tidying up or maybe see how our VIP gamers are doing. Not enough time to run around checking in with everyone, though. Who do I want to hang out with? Naomi, for sure. Yep, Naomi's prying gum out of a coin slot and looks ready to cry. Naomi definitely looks like she could use a hand. Someone's jammed bright pink bubblegum into a coin slot, and she's trying to clear the sticky mess out. How could they? How could they do this to a poor, innocent little Q*bert? Hey, need a hand? Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, work on the second player slot for me. I've got swabs and stuff in my kit there. Grab what you need.
So frustrating.
Honestly, the nerve of those kids. No respect at all for these games. Games aren't like chew-proof, machine-washable baby toys. They're delicate and deserve love and care. But they are toys, right? Well, yeah, I mean, of course. Just, you know, they're also works of art. I mean, I know not everybody sees it that way. Back in the 80s, operators would just throw away games that didn't perform well anymore. In the end, an arcade has to make money. That means using and abusing a game until it's time to put it out to pasture. But I don't have to like it, right? Definitely not. Stand up for game rights. Of course not. You love these games. You shouldn't just let them be abused, even if they do have to make money. Next time you see some kid smacking a game around, stuffing gum in the slot or whatever, you let me know. I'll deal with them. Thanks, Tina. It's good to know someone's got my back. Still, I need to be realistic, right? I know this isn't a museum. We aren't preserving priceless treasures for generations to come. Sometimes I treat it like my little private collection, but really, I do want people to play and enjoy these games, and that does wear them down in time. As long as I'm here, I'll pick up a game when it wobbles on its feet, dust it off, straighten it up, and send it out there to be played all over again. With the last of the gum pulled out of the slot, Naomi closes up her toolbox. I should probably pull the coin mix entirely and give him a good cleaning tomorrow, but I didn't want to let the gum sit overnight. I'm heading home soon. I'll see you tomorrow, right? You got it, Naomi.
Woohoo!
Great. And she gives me a big hug before bounding off to her workshop. With things winding down, there's just one last thing to take care of before I'm out the door. I seek out Gavin to handle the remains of the day. Tina, good work today. Thanks, boss, mid-boss, sub-boss? Gavin will do. I can't say you've been a perfect employee, but my standards are impossibly high, so I'll just assume you were as close to perfect as is reasonable. You came to me when dealing with those stolen tickets. Good. I want you to know I'll always be here should you need me, even if I look busy. Unfortunately, the cost of cleaning our carpets and costumes after the cupcake assault will be a chunk of change, but I suppose you did all you could there. I'm pleased to say the sale of Mr. Moopy's magic maze for a full $3 grand will indirectly offset quite a few of these costs. I'm glad you consulted me on that and stuck to your guns on the pricing, even if I'd be happy to be rid of that relic entirely. Why it's still here is a good question. Was I not clear I wanted it gone? Percy didn't want to break up the family. They're machines, not people. He also didn't want Naomi to be sad. Yes, well, Naomi needs to learn to let go, I'd say. Ahem. Are you giving our poor little Tina a hard time, Gavin dear? Miss Francine, I thought you were napping?
Let's be sensible.
Naomi's dreams matter too, as does the dream of Percy, that poor fellow. Poor? Isn't Percy stinking rich?
Everyone has a dream they're chasing.
Gavin, I know you mean well, wanting to keep everyone's dreams afloat, but the sacrifices made in that name would shatter the dreams of others. Well, that's not what the Funplex is all about. Tina, you understand, yes? The reason why? Why am I here? That's the question she asked me during the interview. Now I think I understand. I came here today looking for hope. Hope I could do more with my life than compromise. Settle for what I can get and go with the flow. Hi. Can I help you? What are you doing? Please stop rubbing on the mic because you're gonna make a lot of noise and then it's gonna be loud and my viewers aren't gonna like that very much. Hi. I don't want to pet you to enforce bad habits, but you're very cute. What if you sit in my lap instead of on the desk? Hi. Oh, let go, please. Thank you. There you go. How's that? Okay, well, now you just went back on the desk. That's not better. Alright, bye. Everybody I met today is full of hope. Gamers chasing scores, people following their passions. Nobody here is willing to give up on their dreams. Not even you, Gavin. You know, we're better than this, Gavin. We don't settle. We chase after our hopes and dreams and won't accept anything less. I see.
Apologies.
Tina, Miss Francine, I apologize. It's difficult to balance my idealism against my realism some days. But I know in my heart I need to err on the side of idealism, even if my mind screams in protest. I can assume you are still keen to work here, Tina? I don't even hesitate before replying. Absolutely. Gavin fetches a nearby short stack of forms. Fill these out tonight. Hand them in to me first thing in the morning. And welcome to the Funplex. How nice. Welcome to the family, I'd say. I'm sure you'll fit in just fine, Tina. One bus ride later and it's home again. Home again. Jiggity jig? What? I feel like this has got to be like a reference to something, but I don't know what. So that's really weird. Juniper, already home from work, bounds over eagerly to interrogate me on my day.
Hey!
So, how'd it go? It went well. Well, or well? Really well. Your little app came through, despite being terrifyingly omniscient and just a little bit unnerving. You forgot to mention adorable. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear things worked out. And you even came home with a smile like when you were a lifeguard. Huh. I guess I am smiling. Interesting.
By the way, there's just one teensy-weensy little question I have for you. Why exactly did you order a giant crate full of pizza bagels?
Did I neglect to mention that part of the terms and conditions? On the plus side, I know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow.